Hello everyone, this is The Butcher with KillerReviews.com, and today we're talking about Cabin Fever 2, directed by Ti West. I think it's Spring Fever is what the tagline is. So this movie takes place right after Cabin Fever 1, and the virus, you know how Ryder Strong fell into the water. Well, the water ends up making its way to local high school and infects pretty much the whole school on their prom, the day of their prom. And there's no spoilers there. I mean, that's all in the trailer. So, what does Ti West do with Cabin Fever 2? And, you know, right away I was interested because it's Ti West, who did House of the Devil, which I absolutely loved. And there's something about prom. Like, I like the idea of prom ending up in a bloodbath. It's a really good idea for a movie. I guess it was done in Carrie. But, I mean, the whole school pretty much gets the virus, and it's just buckets and buckets of, I mean, not even buckets. Dump trucks of blood. Let's say that. So, here, let me go over some pros. So we have, it's a very stylistic movie. You know, the camera shots are awesome. The dialogue is entertaining. The characters are fun and quirky. And the movie, it's funny. It bounces between like a really insane gore gag. Then it has a dramatic scene that can attend to about one of the main characters. It bounces between all these different genres and feelings, and it works for the most part. And Giuseppe Andrews returns, thank God, as the local sheriff. It's funny, one scene is tracking down the virus, and he's trying to like go through paperwork to see like where the truck ended up and all this stuff. And then this, you know, the guy at the plant cracks a beer and he goes, "Oh, a beer! You got one of those for me?" And of course he goes off and drinks beer with this guy for like 2 minutes and talks about fucking chicks or whatever. You know, it's the same characters from the first movie, and it's awesome. And then Mike Borchard makes a cameo. I was really excited to see this. This is a guy from American Movie that came out about 10 years ago. This guy from Wisconsin. His passion is to be a filmmaker, and he has a friend named Mike who plays awesome guitar. So he makes an awesome cameo. It's a little more than a cameo in the movie. He's one of the minor characters. Then we have some montages. This is great. So, oddly enough, a lot of the music in this movie is disco music. And you see people getting ready for the prom. It's very much like House of the Devil with the girl dancing in the house by herself with the Walkman. It's just, I mean, I don't know if Ti West loves these montages or whatever, but they're in a lot of his movies apparently. So it's just people getting ready for the prom and they're dancing. You know, they show people at the prom dancing and the disco lights and disco ball, and it's fun. It's really it's a choice, these little montages that Ti West does, but I love them. And then other positives. I guess that's all I have for positives. I thought it was a very cool movie for the most part. But let's talk about negatives. So I know through word of mouth, just from friends in the industry, that Ti West, and I don't know why, but I know that Ti West wasn't happy with the final version of the film. And I knew this going into the movie. And there were some scenes that kind of, piqued my interest on this whole thing. There's a scene where this girl's giving a guy a blowjob, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any nudity, but all of a sudden she just takes her top off. And there's a couple shots of her tits, but you don't ever like see her face when she's nude. And that's a big sign, you know, of a body double when you don't show the face in the same scene. And there's another shot of some girls going to the prom. It's like a 3-second shot. They're driving down the street in a limo. They're all hanging out of the top window, and their tits are hanging out and they're screaming. And it didn't feel like it fit in the movie. You know, it really felt like someone after the fact kind of saying, "Well, we need some tits here," you know, and they go back and reshoot some of this to put it in. There's a couple more scenes involving gore. One big scene where this guy kills somebody else, and it's gory enough, but they do like a money shot, you know, where you see something actually happen. You see the action actually happen to the person. And it was that the lighting was all blown out. It looked like a completely different movie, like a shot on a different day and everything. And the ending too was a real problem for me. I felt the movie ended. I was satisfied. I was a little bit bummed out because the tone. I mean, the movie has such an interesting tone to it. Then when you throw in a weird shot of girls with their tits hanging out driving on the street screaming, it just feels so fucking fake. You know, it doesn't feel like it's part of the movie to take you out. But the ending, I felt, did this too. And I don't know, I have no knowledge if the ending was Ti West's ending or not. I thought the movie ended at a certain point. I'm like, oh, cool, the movie, okay, that's a great ending for the movie. I'm expecting credits. And then 5 minutes of following, you know, after the ending I thought was going to be the ending. We follow another character for like 5 minutes. We haven't even seen it in an hour. And it's kind of like ensuring the sequel stamp, I guess you could say. And I just felt, it felt like a completely different movie to me. And I felt like the movie was over. Why do I care about, why am I watching this? And why is it so long, you know? And, but let's talk a little bit about the DVD. Ti West isn't anywhere on this DVD. No commentary track. And they have a like behind the scenes featurette, like a 15-minute little thing. And he's nowhere in any shot, you know, even in the background you don't even see Ti West in it. So I think he got fucked over by these little additions to his movie. And he just said, I wanted part of the DVD release. That's just my thoughts and opinion. And then also, on the DVD, there's this awesome gore gag where this guy, the virus is centered around this guy's dick and balls. And you actually see the infection like rotting his dick and balls. And I mean, I don't want to spoil it. I could give you more detail. I don't want to spoil it. But it's awesome. Like, it's this amazing, cool effect. And it'd be really funny to have in the movie. And not even funny, just effective, I guess you could say. And it wasn't even the fucking movie. And the producers are on the DVD talking about how awesome this gore gag is and how way over the top it is and how so happy they are with going this far, you know? And it didn't even make the final cut of the movie. So somebody who, maybe at Lionsgate, has, you know, some scissors to this movie and is just playing with it, and it's too bad because it wasn't. It could have been a really, really great movie, in my opinion. But I think I'm out of time. So it's Cabin Fever 2. Listen to this week's podcast for more discussion on Ti West's new film, Cabin Fever 2: Spring Fever. This is Butcher with KillerReviews.com. Until next time, thanks for watching. That's better. Maybe.